Imagine looking up at the night sky, seeing countless stars twinkling above, and realizing that each of them could have planets orbiting around them, some of which might be capable of supporting life. The vastness of space is beyond human comprehension. The observable universe alone stretches 93 billion light-years across, filled with 2 trillion galaxies, each containing hundreds of billions of stars. With such an astronomical number of potential Earth-like planets, logic suggests that intelligent civilizations should be everywhere. Yet we have found nothing. No messages, no signals, no evidence, just an endless, deafening silence. This eerie contradiction between the high probability of extraterrestrial life and our complete lack of contact with them is known as the Fermi Paradox. Named after physicist Enrico Fermi, who famously asked, "Where is everybody?" During a discussion on alien life, this paradox highlights a baffling reality. If the universe is teeming with intelligent life, then why haven't we seen any evidence of it? Why haven't they visited us? Why haven't we detected their technology? The implications of this paradox are both fascinating and terrifying, forcing us to question our place in the cosmos and our own future as a species. Scientists and philosophers have proposed countless theories to explain this silence. Some suggest that intelligent life is exceptionally rare, while others believe that there are advanced civilizations out there, but for one reason or another, they have chosen not to communicate with us. Then there's a darker possibility. What if something catastrophic is preventing civilizations from reaching the point of interstellar contact? What if there is a hidden cosmic threat that wipes out civilizations before they can become spacefaring? To explore this mystery, let's dive into some of the most compelling explanations for why aliens have never contacted us. The Great Filter, a cosmic roadblock to intelligent life. One of the most unsettling explanations for the Fermi Paradox is the Great Filter hypothesis, a theory that suggests there is some near-impossible barrier that prevents life from progressing to the stage of interstellar communication. The key question is, where does this filter lie? Scenario 1. The filter is behind us, we are the exception. If the Great Filter is behind us, it means that the emergence of intelligent life is extremely rare, and we are among the lucky few, or perhaps the only ones, to have made it this far. This suggests that there is something about the evolution of life that makes intelligence almost impossible to achieve. Consider Earth's history. Life first appeared about 3.5 billion years ago, but for the vast majority of that time, it remained microscopic and simple. It took an extraordinary series of events, including the evolution of multicellular life, the Cambrian explosion, the rise of complex ecosystems, and the eventual emergence of human intelligence, for us to reach this point. If even one of those events was extremely improbable, then perhaps intelligent civilizations almost never arise. In this scenario, the reason we don't see aliens is that they simply never existed in the first place. The cosmos could be filled with microbial life, bacteria and single-celled organisms, but intelligent, technologically advanced beings may be so rare that we might never encounter another one. If true, this would make us one of the rarest phenomena in the universe. Scenario 2. The filter is ahead of us, a warning for humanity. Now let's consider the far more disturbing possibility. What if the Great Filter is ahead of us? This would mean that intelligent civilizations do emerge, but they inevitably destroy themselves before they can achieve interstellar communication. This could happen due to a number of potential disasters. Nuclear. Binary-Satan civilizations may advance technologically, but fail to manage their destructive capabilities, leading to self-destruction. Artificial intelligence, AI, gone rogue. An uncontrollable AI could surpass biological intelligence, leading to the extinction of its creators. Climate collapse. Advanced societies might overuse their planet's resources, leading to their own downfall. Biological catastrophe. A pandemic or genetically engineered virus could wipe out intelligent life. Cosmic disasters. Gamma-ray bursts. Supernovae or asteroid impacts could frequently reset the progress of civilizations. If this theory is correct, then the silence of the universe is not due to a lack of life, but because every civilization eventually destroys itself before it can expand into space. In this case, the real question isn't where are the aliens, and it's how long do we have before we follow the same fate. This possibility should serve as a stark warning for humanity. If civilizations tend to self-destruct, then we must be extremely careful with the way we handle nuclear weapons, AI development, and climate change. Our survival may depend on it. The zoo hypothesis. Are we being watched? Now let's explore a completely different theory, one that suggests aliens do exist, but they're deliberately hiding from us. This is known as the zoo hypothesis, and it proposes that highly advanced extraterrestrial civilizations are aware of us, but they have chosen to observe us from a distance without making contact. Why would they do this? Consider how humans study wildlife on Earth. When scientists observe animals in their natural habitat, they don't march into the jungle waving flags. Instead, they hide, observe, and study, because direct interference could disrupt natural behaviors. What if extraterrestrials see us in the same way? If an advanced alien civilization discovered Earth, they might view us as an undeveloped species, not yet ready for contact. They could be monitoring us, waiting for us to reach a certain level of intelligence or ethical maturity before making their presence known. But here's the unsettling thought. If we are being observed, how would we ever know? Highly advanced civilizations could possess technology far beyond our comprehension: stealth spacecraft, undetectable probes, or even forms of communication that we can't perceive. Just as an ant colony has no concept of the internet, we may be blind to the methods aliens use to study us, and if they are out there watching, what criteria would they use to decide when we're ready? Would they wait for us to achieve interstellar travel? Would they make contact only if we demonstrate peaceful cooperation? Or what if they are afraid of us? Some scientists argue that if extraterrestrials are aware of us, they might be avoiding us on purpose, because they see humanity as a violent, unpredictable species. If we can't even live peacefully among ourselves, why would an advanced civilization risk exposing themselves to us? This raises a haunting possibility. Maybe the silence isn't because aliens don't exist. Maybe it's because they don't want us to know they do. Dark forest theory. A chilling explanation for the silence. Imagine walking through a dense, dark forest at night. You know that you are not alone, but you can't see anyone. You remain completely silent because you have no idea what lurks in the shadows. Maybe there are others like you, watching, listening, and waiting. The moment you make a sound, you reveal your position, and in a world where survival is the only rule, that could be a fatal mistake. This terrifying analogy forms the basis of one of the most disturbing and controversial explanations for why we haven't heard from aliens: the dark forest theory. Proposed by science fiction author Liu Cixin in his novel The Three-Body Problem, this theory suggests that the universe is not silent because it is empty, but because every civilization knows that revealing itself could mean instant annihilation. The logic behind this is brutally simple. All life seeks to survive. There is no way to know whether other civilizations are friendly or hostile. Even if another civilization seems peaceful, there is no guarantee that it will remain so forever. The safest option is to remain hidden, or to eliminate other civilizations before they become a potential threat. In this scenario, the cosmos is like a vast, silent battlefield, where the first one to speak may not live long enough to hear a reply. Any civilization that broadcasts its presence loudly, like we have been doing with radio signals for over a century, might be unknowingly inviting a predator to its doorstep. Now, think about what humanity has been doing for the past few decades. We have sent signals deep into space hoping for a response. We have launched spacecraft with messages intended for extraterrestrial beings, including the Voyager Golden Records, which contain detailed information about Earth and human culture. These efforts were made in good faith, assuming that any alien species we contact will be benevolent. But what if they're not? What if, somewhere in the depths of space, there exists a hyper-advanced civilization that operates on the principle of eliminating any potential rival before it becomes a threat? What if they have the capability to destroy us from light years away, using technology beyond our understanding. This idea may sound like science fiction, but it is based on a cold, logical premise. Survival in a competitive universe may require absolute silence. The eerie thought is this: perhaps intelligent civilizations exist all around us, each aware of the risks of exposure. They might be watching, waiting, but never daring to reveal themselves. If this is true, then the reason we haven't been contacted is not because aliens don't exist, it's because they are deliberately hiding. And if we keep shouting into the void, we might attract the wrong kind of attention. Are we already being watched? The UFO phenomenon. While many theories suggest that aliens are avoiding us, there is another possibility that cannot be ignored. What if they are already here? Throughout history, people have reported seeing mysterious objects in the sky, flying. Sources, strange lights, and unexplained aerial phenomena. While many of these sightings have rational explanations, misidentified aircraft, atmospheric events, or even hoaxes, there are some cases that remain unexplained, even by military and scientific investigations. In recent years, governments around the world, including the United States Department of Defense, have declassified documents on unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs, a term used to describe objects in the sky that defy conventional explanation. Some of these objects move in ways that violate the known laws of physics, exhibiting extreme speeds, sudden changes in direction, and no visible propulsion systems. Could these be evidence of extraterrestrial surveillance? If an advanced civilization were studying us, they would likely use stealth technology, unmanned probes, or even biological disguises to observe us without interference. What if some of the strange encounters reported by pilots and astronauts are not hallucinations or errors, but glimpses of something beyond our comprehension? And here's another question. If extraterrestrials have been visiting Earth for centuries, why haven't they made open contact? Are they waiting for something? Are they monitoring our progress? Or, more disturbingly, are they guiding us in ways we don't understand? Some researchers believe that if an advanced species has been observing us, they might be influencing human civilization in subtle ways, perhaps through technology, social structures, or even genetic manipulation. Could ancient myths of gods from the sky be misunderstood encounters with extraterrestrials? Could technological advancements in human history have been accelerated by outside intervention? Of course, these are all speculative ideas, but the fact remains, there are still unanswered questions about the nature of UFOs and the possibility of non-human intelligence interacting with us. Whether they are visitors from another world, interdimensional beings, or something entirely different, the truth remains hidden. And if they are out there, watching, what are they waiting for? The simulation hypothesis. Are we asking the wrong question? Now let's take a step back and ask a radically different question. What if the reason we haven't been contacted is because we are not in a real universe? The simulation hypothesis suggests that our entire reality might be an advanced computer simulation, much like a video game but on an unimaginable scale. If this is true, then the absence of extraterrestrial contact might not be a mystery at all, it might be by design. Think about it. When you play a simulation game like The Sims or Minecraft, you create a world with characters who live their own lives. But do you allow them to interact with the real world outside the simulation? Of course not. They exist only within the boundaries of the game. Now, apply this idea to our reality. If we are inside a simulation, the creators of this world may have simply chosen not to include extraterrestrial civilizations in the program. Maybe we were never meant to find aliens because they were never coded into our reality. This would explain why the universe appears so empty despite its vastness. It would also explain why the fundamental laws of physics seem so finely tuned for life to exist, because they were designed that way. But if this is true, then who or what created this simulation and why? Some theorists believe that if we are in a simulated reality, our creators might be testing something, perhaps studying the evolution of intelligence, morality, or the rise and fall of civilizations. And if they are watching us, then perhaps Contact with aliens is simply not part of the experiment, or more disturbingly, what if the experiment has an end date? If we are inside a simulation, then the moment we start uncovering the truth, the system might reset or shut down entirely. Maybe this is why we haven't been contacted, because if we ever reach that level of understanding, the simulation itself might erase us. The search continues. But will we ever get an answer? As we look deeper into the cosmos, we continue searching for signs of life beyond Earth. We scan the skies with radio telescopes, send probes to distant planets, and even plan missions to Mars and beyond. But as we have seen, the question of extraterrestrial contact is not simple. Are we alone? Are we being watched? Are we in danger? Or is the truth something even more mind-blowing than we can imagine? For now, the answer remains unknown. But one thing is certain. The silence of the universe is not just a mystery. It is a message. And whether that message is one of warning, patience, or an invitation yet to come, only time will tell. The future of first contact. What happens? If we find aliens? For centuries, humanity has gazed at the stars and wondered, are we alone? We've speculated, searched, and even sent messages into the cosmos hoping for a reply. But what if that day finally comes? What if, tomorrow, we receive undeniable proof of extraterrestrial intelligence? What happens next? This final section explores 4 possible scenarios for first contact and the potential consequences for humanity. Will it be a moment of triumph or terror? Scenario 1. The cosmic handshake, friendly. First contact, imagine this. Scientists, at a deep space observatory, suddenly detect a structured, repeating signal from a distant star system. The signal follows a mathematical pattern, proof that it is not natural. Over time, the signal becomes more complex, eventually revealing an encoded message. After months of decoding, humanity realizes that we are receiving a friendly greeting from an intelligent species. This would be the greatest moment in human history, a true cosmic handshake between civilizations. The knowledge that we are not alone could unite the world in ways never seen before. How would humanity react? Scientific revolution. The discovery of an alien message would likely lead to rapid advancements in physics, mathematics, and engineering. If the message contains scientific knowledge, it could answer fundamental questions about the universe, global cooperation or conflict. Some nations might see first contact as an opportunity to gain power, leading to tensions over how to respond. Others might advocate for global unity. Would the world work together, or would political divisions tear us apart? Religious and philosophical shifts. The confirmation of intelligent extraterrestrial life would challenge long-held beliefs in many religions. Would faiths adapt, or would this revelation create widespread existential crises? Cultural evolution. Science fiction would become science fact. Humanity's place in the universe would be forever changed, influencing art, philosophy, and even day-to-day life. But there's one huge unknown. Even if the aliens are peaceful, their technology would likely be millions of years ahead of ours. Would we become partners in the cosmos, or remain insignificant in comparison? Scenario 2. The Silent Watchers. Aliens are already here. For decades, conspiracy theories have suggested that extraterrestrials have already visited Earth, perhaps observing us in secret. Governments around the world have investigated unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs, with recent disclosures suggesting that some sightings remain unexplained. Now, imagine this. A leaked document from a major government confirms that contact with an advanced non-human intelligence has already occurred. Maybe it happened decades ago. Maybe they have been living among us, disguised, monitoring our development. What would this mean? Public panic or acceptance? If people suddenly learn that aliens have been here all along, reactions could range from mass hysteria to total indifference, depending on how the information is revealed. Why the secrecy? If governments have kept this hidden, it might be because the truth is dangerous. Maybe the aliens don't want us to know about them. Maybe their motives are unclear, or even hostile. Technological leaps. If secret interactions with extraterrestrials have given us technology beyond our capabilities, what else could they be hiding? Could humanity already be using alien technology without knowing it? Are we just an experiment? What if aliens are observing us, studying us like lab rats? What if Earth is a controlled environment and they are waiting for something? Perhaps a moment when we reach a certain level of development. If extraterrestrials have been here for centuries, then first contact may not be an event at all. It may be a revelation of what has been hidden from us all along. Scenario 3. The cosmic horror, the wrong kind of aliens. Now, let's consider a darker scenario. Suppose that one day we receive a transmission from deep space. At first it seems like an ordinary signal, but then we realize something terrifying. The message is a warning. Perhaps an advanced civilization has reached out not to greet us, but to advise us to stay silent. They might tell us, "You are not alone, but you do not want to be found." Something else is out there. Something that destroys civilizations that reveal themselves. Stay quiet or you will share their fate. This possibility aligns with the dark forest theory discussed earlier. Maybe intelligent life is common, but every civilization that reveals itself is eventually destroyed by a predatory species. The nightmare possibilities, the cosmic apex predators. If hostile civilizations exist, they may see other species as competition and eliminate them before they become a threat. Doomsday in disguise. What if the first signal we receive is a trap? Maybe an advanced species sends out helpful technology, only for it to become a self-destructive weapon once we activate it. The Berserker Theory. Some theorists suggest that long-extinct civilizations may have left behind automated killer probes, machines, programmed to eliminate any sign of intelligent life they detect. What if one is already on its way here? If this scenario is true, then our greatest mistake may have already been made. We have spent decades sending signals into space, unknowingly revealing our location to an unknown force. Are we doomed, or is there still time to hide? Scenario 4. The Great Filter, the real reason. We're alone now. Let's explore a final, chilling possibility. What if we never find aliens, because every civilization that reaches a certain point destroys itself? This idea is known as the Great Filter, a theory that suggests there is a hidden barrier, preventing life from advancing beyond a certain stage. It could be nuclear war, civilizations self-destruct before reaching interstellar travel, AI takeover. An artificial intelligence surpasses its creators and wipes them out. Environmental collapse. Civilizations destroy their planets before expanding to the stars. If the Great Filter is ahead of us, then first contact may never happen, because we won't survive long enough to see it. But if the Great Filter is behind us, it means we are one of the very few species to have survived, making us incredibly rare, and possibly the only intelligent civilization left in the universe. If that is the case, then our survival matters more than we realize. We are not just searching for aliens, we are searching for proof that intelligence can endure. Final thoughts. What awaits us as we continue? Searching for signs of life beyond Earth, we must ask ourselves, if we find aliens, will it be a moment of unity or destruction? If they are already watching us, what do they want? And if the universe is silent, is it because we are the last hope for intelligent life? The truth is, we don't know what awaits us beyond the stars. But one thing is certain. First contact, if it ever happens, will be the most defining moment in human history. And when that day comes, the only question left to ask will be, are we ready?